The important thing for you to look for as a parent when you're supporting your teen is making sure that they're checking their mirror and blind spot, making sure they're curving their wheel to hug the corner, making sure they're creeping out if needed, and then you can use the stamps again as a place to land. Hey, it's Jacqueline. And this video is really for parents who now have to become teen driving instructors. So all of a sudden, your teenager has their permit and you're in charge of teaching them how to drive. Of course, they've already had a first lesson with an instructor, so they have the basics down, but it's going to be your turn to sit in the car next to them and give them the practice that they need to become a really good driver. Teens only have to do 6 hours with an instructor, but they drive 50 or more hours with their parents. So you really are the most important coach for your teenager. It might feel a little weird at first to be on the right side of the car. And one of the things I hear from parents is that they're always afraid that their teenager is going to run into a parked car on the right. So one of the things that we're going to be talking about in this video is how you can judge if your teenager is in the correct space. And we're going to call that space left justified. So that leaves plenty of room for the bike lane and the parked cars on the right. Another thing you have to help your teen figure out is how to control their speed. So your job is to watch their right foot while they're driving. You have to make sure that they're covering their brake if they notice a hazard, and you have to make sure that they're pivoting to accelerate when it's their turn to go. They might need a little nudge in one direction or another every now and then, but you're their car coach and you're going to help them learn to go with the flow. And the third thing that you're going to have to help them figure out is steering. And steering takes time to figure out. It can help if you think about the steering wheel as a circle or a pizza box, and if you can help communicate that with your child. You should encourage them to keep their hands at 9 and 3, thinking about the steering wheel as a clock. And that 9 and 3 position is different from when I learned to drive. When I learned, it was 10 and 2. But at 9 and 3, we have the best access to the car's equipment, and we'll have the best control when we're steering. The first thing you're going to want to do is choose a location where your teen can just feel comfortable driving straight for a while. After you get straight down, you can practice left turns. And then after you get left turns down, you can practice right turns. That's really enough for a first driving lesson. I'd say about 20 minutes, maybe up to 40 minutes would be good if your teen is feeling comfortable and everything's going smoothly. So let's head out on the road, and we're going to think about how to guide a young person to drive straight. So I was just about to make my left lane change to enter, but I noticed the car behind me going, so I just paused to let them pass. One of the things you're going to do as your teen's car coach is just talk about things like that. Talk about what's going on the road, what is going on while you're out on the road. So for example, I'm noticing the countdown of the pedestrian light, and that sort of gave me a clue that the light was going to turn yellow and red, so I wasn't caught by surprise. You can talk about things like that, how the pedestrian counter gives us clues about the timing of the lights. You should also make sure that when your teen is the first car at a light, that they don't just push the gas and go out when the light turns green. You want to make sure that you talk to them about scanning right and left and right, making sure that there aren't any folks who are clearing the intersection. Everybody grows up thinking green means go, and your teenager will definitely think green means go. So you want to just help them slow down a little bit to evaluate the space before they go. I went over that speed limit at 16 instead of 15, so I felt just a little bit more of a bump. And that's something that you and your teenager will figure out as well. You'll figure out how to slow down for speed bumps, how to accelerate out of speed bumps, how to accelerate to the speed limit and then ease off the tension point so your teenager doesn't accidentally speed. And then, of course, you'll definitely have to figure out how to come to a nice, smooth stop. And that could be clunky for new drivers. So you'll just give your teen time to figure it out. And again, choosing a spot that's a long, straight shot. Just practicing going and stopping is a nice way to start. We're going to move on to our second skill that I would do with my teenage drivers, and this is my suggestion for parents. After you feel comfortable going straight, add a left turn. Left turns are easier than right turns. It's a nice open 90-degree angle, and there's lots of road markers to help with the left turn. I can travel out the length of the stripes, I can turn around the blue dot, and then I end up next to my yellow line. And it might not be that smooth for your teen the first couple of times. It might take them a moment to get comfortable and to get used to the steering wheel. But after a few times, they'll get used to it. When there's an arrow, it's really easy to evaluate if you've landed in the correct position. So if you're lucky enough to live in a community where there's nicely painted streets and stamps, that would be a good place to start your practice. And so again, it might be hard for your teen at first, but eventually they'll get their steering down, they'll get their speed control down, and they will be able to make safe left turns. And if you needed to do a couple more laps with your teens just to make sure that they're really in control of their left turns, of course you could do that. I'm feeling pretty good with my left turn, so I'm going to go ahead and make a right turn at the next spot. And I also just want to talk about the car ahead of me. Since I arrived at the intersection before the car ahead of me, I was meant to make my left turn before they entered in at their right turn. But we could see that they were feeling a little bit in a hurry, and that could happen when you're driving with your teen driver as well. Sometimes teens take just an extra second or so to evaluate an intersection, and busy drivers will take that opportunity to enter into the intersection and take their spot. So you're going to keep your eye out and just assure your teen that they're doing the right thing. And my long pause, of course, was because the pedestrian was crossing. You might notice when you're driving with your teenager that things feel a little slower. And that's because driving according to the law with our full stops, looking around for everybody, and accelerating smoothly up to the speed limit, it's kind of a slow process. So make sure that you give yourself and your teen extra time if you're using driving practice to run errands. Build in a few extra minutes, just in case there's a little bit of a delay. So we're just going to do a lap of right turns. The important thing for you to look for as a parent when you're supporting your teen is making sure that they're checking their mirror and blind spot, making sure they're curving their wheel to hug the corner, making sure they're creeping out if needed, and then you can use the stamps again as a place to land. And we're gonna make another right turn here. It's a great opportunity to just use the stripes and the stamps to practice perfect right turns. So if I was supporting a teenager doing a short lesson of 20 to 40 minutes, I would look for a space like this that has opportunities for long straight roads. Then I would go into perfecting the left turn, and then I would go into perfecting the right turn. And if I was a mom or dad, I might call that a day, because sometimes having a nice, successful, short lesson is a really good way to start. As a driving instructor, when I'm sure that my students have mastered those basic skills, I head out to more complicated spaces like 2-lane streets, and then we work on driving with busier traffic. But these basic skills, driving straight in a neighborhood, turning left in a neighborhood, and turning right in a neighborhood, are among the most important skills that you're going to help your teenage driver learn. I hope you're getting excited about this special time that you're going to get to spend with your teen. And I hope you're starting to scope out spots in the neighborhood that will be perfect practice spots. Parents, thanks for checking in today to get an idea of how you can support your new teen driver. Have a great rest of your day. See you next time. Bye.